Hello friends, welcome to the series of problem solving using the JavaScript. Today we are going to implement the logic for printing out the number pattern which is shown on the screen. So without wasting time, let's start our coding. Here I am creating one function print number pattern. In this function I am passing one variable as a number. It will decide how many rows I want to print. Now in this pattern we have to implement a logic which will increment the number from the first row to the last row. Means you can see in the pattern there are the numbers which starts with the 1 and ends with the 15. So we have to create one global variable in which it will get incremented until the loop ends. So I am taking that variable as a number. It will start with the 1. Now I am starting with the outer for loop which will I will start with the 1. Now I will be less than equal to n or less than n or less than equal to n. Suppose I am passing 5 rows 5 n as a 5, so 5 rows will get printed. Now incrementing my I by 1. And here I am creating one variable row in which we will add our numbers. Now it's the inner for loop which will start with the 1 and condition will be j is less than equal to I and j plus plus. Here we will add the number which is declared at the global level into this row variable plus equal to number. Now I am incrementing that number by 1 because that number is continuously incremented by 1 until the our loop ends. So I'm incrementing the number by 1. Now let's print our row console.log row. Now it's time to call our function. Suppose I want 5 rows to get printed and running the code. Now we will print our pattern. Here you can see we got our pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up to the 15. But here you can see there is no spaces between two numbers. So we have to add something that will add the spaces. Let's check now. Now it's look perfect. Here you can see we got our pattern. Now let's debug our code. At line number 2 we take the global variable which is 1. Now now outer loop starts with the 1 and we created one variable row and in which we will add our number in the inner for loop. Now here you can see in the inner for loop j is started with the 1 and it is checking in the condition j less than equal to 1. Now j is 1 and I is also 1, so 1 is equal to 1, condition satisfied. Now number which is declared at the global level got added into this row variable. Now the number is get incremented by 1. Now this number 1 became 2. Again for loop, inner for loop runs, j becomes 2. Now 2 is less than equal to 1. No, it is false. So it execution came out from this inner for loop. Now currently at line number 7, before coming out from the for loop, number is incremented by 1. Now current value of number is 2. Now again from the line number 3, the outer for loop started, and now I became 2. Initially I was 1, I got incremented by 1, so currently I is 2. New row is getting created at line number 4. Now execution starts with the line number 5. J is 1. Now condition getting checked that 1 is less than equal to 2. Yes. Now the number is printed, but which number? The number saved was 2. Now 2 got printed and it incremented by 1. So 2 becomes 3 now. Again inner loop runs, j becomes 2. Is 2 less than equal to 2? Because the current value of I is 2 now. So 2 is equal to 2. Condition satisfied. Now the number which is incremented by 1 means it becomes 3. Now 3 is printed here. Again in the when line of execution come at line number 7, 3 is incremented by 1, it becomes 4. Again for loop, in the for loop runs, j becomes 3. Now 3 is less than equal to 2. Condition failed. Code execution came out from the inner loop, and now current value of num is 3 because it is declared at the global level. Again outer loops executed, j becomes 3. Sorry, I becomes 3. New row created. Again inner loop runs starting with the a or starting with the 1. Checks the condition is 1 less than equal to 3. It is less than equal to 3. Now 3 got printed here. Again this is incremented by 1. So by this way we are managing the way the variable which is getting incremented until the loop ends. So here you can see our loop started, our number printing started with the 1 and ended with the 15. So our logic is working well. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.